So this is the Nike ReactX Rejuven8 in Wolf Grey. So I've had reviewed a couple of pair of these, but I didn't particularly keep any one of those because I have a lot of the Yeezy slides. But then I saw this colorway, which I thought was really nice, and so I picked up this Wolf Grey colorway just because the more I wore the Mocs, the more I kind of liked them. So I thought I'd give these also another try and see if I find them worth it. And they were obviously released this year in 2025 and were made as a mainly recovery shoe, which I kind of like actually, and it does give you that sense of recovery as well, which I've sort of worn them around, and yeah, definitely subscribe to that. So with the details, it's quite simple really. It comes in a wolf grey colorway, so not much difference there really, and also it has a ReactX midsole. What I think personally, I mean obviously people sort of tend to disagree, but I feel like within this outsole material inside here you'd have the ReactX foam. I don't think it would be like the whole sneaker, because then that kind of raises the price on this particular footwear. So yeah, in my opinion, that's what I think. That's my theory. I've never ever cut up a pair of these, but that's what I think. And also like the fact that they're more breathable than the Mocs. So because you've got like pretty much the back half, 3/4 of the back half and the front of your toes, you're not going to feel like too much heat in these because of the rubber, and the strap isn't kind of too clampy either. And it's got a sort of foam materials, like I said earlier, nothing special there. The upper feels slightly on the sort of cheaper side versus say the Yeezy foam runners, the Yeezy slides. But other than that, they're probably second best. And the price for these are £55, which I think is pretty reasonable. With the comfort and sizing, they're kind of on the medium to firm side. They do have, I guess, softness there, and they do cushion your foot, but it kind of gives you that more sort of responsive feeling, and that's why ReactX is, and and that's what I feel it does. So it's just kind of like good for, like I said, good for recovery after if you have like a gym workout, definitely worth. I mean, you can use them casually as well, but generally speaking, I find them good for that purpose. And there's no wear in time with these. They're pretty good to get out of the box. Like I said earlier, because this you want to look at sort of maybe once you kind of sort of wear this particular strap in, it gets a bit looser, I think. And I'd recommend for that reason to go true to size. Only if you have like a really, really wide foot, I'd go up a full size. Potentially you could grab a women's colorway because they come more in sort of half sizes. And even Nike sort of say they have like an elongated toe area, so yeah, I would just try to break them in personally. So, and also like the grip on these as well. Like I said, I've been wearing the Mocs, and this feels really sort of sticky tacky, almost like a basketball sneaker. So yeah, I think it works really, really well in my opinion. So with the look and style, it's a simple colorway. There's nothing special going on here, but I think these look a bit more sort of understated versus the other pairs. The other pairs look a bit sort of sporty, but I don't know, for some reason this one is a bit more kind of muted, and it might be because of the colorway itself. And again, self-explanatory. It's good to sort of wear around the house, but also for spring, summertime. And it's a good casual, piece of footwear. You could wear this one in particular because of the colorway. Maybe going towards smart casual. And it's a slip-on at the end of the day, so it's, nothing special going on there. So with the final thoughts, I do like the overall breathability and also the ReactX foam. I think the ReactX foam in this works really, really well, like I said earlier. And the comfort, I find the comfort nice. Obviously, my foot and the way I kind of use sneakers is different. But with this particular piece of footwear, I find it's good for sort of short period of time. Just like I said, for recovery purposes. And with the cons, I think the upper material, like I said earlier, it's a bit on the cheaper side. It feels quite sort of rubbery and sort of stiff. It does, break in a little bit, but still not as nice as a Yeezy slide. And I guess the silhouette isn't for everyone. I mean, like I said earlier, it does have that sort of sporty vibe, and it's quite sort of a chunky look as well. And you might want to go for like the New Balance recovery slide, or even the Crocs. And the Crocs are also very good as well. And the sizing, so this could be an issue, but like I said, you can probably combat that by either grabbing a women's pair, which come in half sizes, or like just literally, go up a full size. But for most people, I'd sort of recommend going true to size, which is what I did. And they can feel slightly heavy, just in general, just because of the thickness. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style a 4. I think it's a cool, piece of footwear. I don't think they look as nice as a Yeezy slide still. And the comfort, I'm going to go with a 4 as well. I do find them comfortable, but not as comfortable as Yeezy slide, and it's not something that I'd wear long term. It's good for a few hours here and there after recovery. And so for the quality, same sort of thing really. I'm going to go with the 4. And same for the pricing as well. At £55, it's slightly on the high side, especially because the knock is kind of slightly a little bit higher in price. And that's why overall I'm going to go with the 4 still. I'm going to try to sort of wear these and see how I get on, and I might sort of change my mark to a 5, but yeah, I kind of want to sort of test them out and wear them a bit before I kind of make a full decision. But initially speaking, it's still a 4.